Hello, this is Lindsay and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a really special video to share with you, and this is on the theme of recording a family legacy in junk journals. If you've seen some of my previous videos, I designed a kit last year called Ethel's Farm, and that is available in my Etsy shop for download digitally, or I can print it and ship it to you. But this kit was designed as a custom design project for Lori Louise, and it is based on the life of her great-grandmother Ethel, and that's why it's called Ethel's Farm. And we were just really interested in taking some of the aspects of Ethel's life and putting them into a digital kit that could be used. It's just like a country themed, chicken themed. There's digital kit, and there's a lot of elements that pertained to her life. There are a couple of photos of Ethel in the kit, but it is a very large kit, so if you didn't know Ethel personally and you don't want her in the journal, in your journal, you just want like a country themed kit, it's still a complete kit even if you leave those couple pieces out. But Lori Louise asked me to make 5 journals that she's going to be giving to various family members to commemorate Ethel. So this is what I have come up with, and I just want to do a quick flip through of them. I think that it's just nice to see 5 journals around the same theme using the same kit, and just kind of gives you some ideas. So here we go. They are all approximately 9 by 6, and they're covered with this fabric and that looks like chicken prints, and it's a soft cover. There's 60 pages in each book. So I didn't try to make them all the same. I looked at each book as kind of its own thing, and I went with my heart with each book. They're lightly embellished. I wanted to have lots of spaces for them to tuck in their personal memories of Ethel. So here's one of the journal cards of the kit. In this particular kit, all of the journal cards are just the pages, pretty much sized down to a quarter size. And it also comes with some tag templates, so you can use that to cut it out. But anyway, there's a wallpaper background and then the journal card. And I think this stitching looks like little bird or chicken feet. And then a little button flower that I put here on the front. So that's the front of this journal. And then I used a paper pad. It's an old one. I got it used, and I can't remember the name of it, but it has a lot of farm theme and chicken. So you can see here's the chicken paper that lines the inside. And then this is the same journal card here. I just made a little tuck spot. And then there is a brown craft bag. This is from Above Par Crafts. Her link is below. But I figured that this would be a great place to put photos and mementos of Ethel. And then as they're writing memories or writing in the journal, they can take pieces out and put it throughout the journal. This is the front journal art cover page. And this is a little address book. And I thought this would be really cute too if they wanted to write maybe some family members or important people in Ethel's life. This is one of the designed pages. And I believe those are figs or plums. They were an important part as well. I've done some stenciling. I've done some, I think this is mustard, the mustard plant. And there's a rooster. I put a paper ribbon. I used a little collaged tuck spot from Joanne Hall. This is one of the pages in the kit. And then I cut this out of a book, and then this is just a little vintage piece of wallpaper from my vintage or antique wallpaper digital kit. More journal pages. Walnuts were another theme. I think this is really cute. You can write a to-do list or maybe some things that they've done with Ethel in the past. Done stenciling, and then eggs and chickens were a very big theme. This is like cut out like a little book. Little chicks, journal spots. This is from that same book page, and I just stitched on a little print of a vintage calendar, and I think this is from my Dear to My Heart collection. A wallpaper tuck spot with a postcard. These are some floral journal cards that I made with some book pages and ledger paper. little tree stamp that says loving hearts. And then I glued on this envelope so they can put more memorabilia in it. And then you can also tuck, there's a tuck spot or pocket right there. I've clipped on a little journal card from one of my kits. And then there's a little flip open tag that has little journal things, smell the flowers, tickle the earth, dirt, gone weedin', things like that. This is Ethel. The secret to having it all is believing you already do. So that's easy to just leave this page out if you don't like photos of other people in your journal. But these are specifically for the family. And there's 2 of them in here. I didn't realize there was 2, but I think that's really sweet. And then maybe one you could, they could journal over, and then the other one they could leave or put another photo over. So here's a wallpaper pocket right in here that they can tuck things in as well. This is a floating pocket that Joanne Hall made for me. And she also made this little journal card and this tag. And then I also included this little ephemera piece from my yellow floral kit. My shop link will be below so you can purchase any of the things that I'm mentioning here. There's a stamp, pages from the kit. I've also used some Tim Holtz washi. I added the word garden. Some gold leaves sewn on. I ripped and inked this page just for doing something a little different. Little wallpaper label. And then that part that I ripped off, I made a pocket here so they can slip in receipts or family memories as well. And there's Ethel again. And the back. So that's the first one. I'll go a little more quickly through the other ones, but I do want to point out some of the differences. So I have some cardstock and then index card, one of the journal cards. It says happiness, a button, and 2 little flowers. So that's this one. So again, more chicken paper. It's a different paper, but it's from the same pad here. And then I made a little pocket. That little heart is punched out. So when you put in this little journal card, you can see through that. And there's a giant pocket here for, like again, pictures or whatever memories they might have. I cut this out of one of the journal pages. That's just a little flip up so they could put a photo or something like that behind it. Little coffee dyed doily. Little stitch tab. Here's a pocket, and I added one of the journaling cards on it, and then a large tag. Hopefully it didn't get glued in there. Well, there we go. It wanted to get glued to the bottom. Great. Well, it's coming. There we go. Oh dear. Yeah, it slipped. I didn't use hot glue. I was using like Fabri-Tac, and it hadn't dried and it slipped in there. But there's a giant tag with a leaf stamped on the top. It did kind of make a hole through this side, but that's okay. This is a junk journal, and that actually looks really cool because you have that color behind it, and then when you put this, it is a solid color. Here's a little journal spot with some fabric swatches. Gardeners know the best dirt. I added that. Punched out some hearts along the side here. And I did not decorate these all in the same day. So I think I've done it in over 3 different days. So there's a lot of differences because I was in different moods and I had different supplies and things like that. Stamps. Here's another bag, and then this is from a vintage book, and it is a chicken. And they can tuck in pictures or whatever. Some stamping. Here is a tag from Above Par Crafts. I just did some floral stamping on it, and there's a journal card that says life is better in the garden, and how lovely is the silence of growing things. Here's a little tuck spot pocket. A little pocket with a windmill cut apart and a Project Life card that says The Story. I thought that was definitely perfect. Little heart punched out of there again. Garden Fresh, and then a little piece of paper that says to plant a seed is a hopeful deed. More coffee dyed doily. This is Garden Notes, and then a little colored piece behind it. I got that in some Happy Mail a few years ago. Here is a tuck spot for tucking in photos or something of the sort. Little vintage chickens from a book. It says, enjoy a little garden therapy. And then a little library card in the back, and these are from Above Par Crafts. So that is the second one. The third one has a little bit of upholstery fabric. It has a paint chip card, and the color is Seasons Change. There's 2 buttons. It's a little bit of handmade paper. I think it's handmade, but it was bought like in a store. I didn't make it. And then one of the little journal cards. So more of this chicken paper, and then a little flip up here in the front with a little garden gate and some vintage dictionary paper. And this and the gate, these are from my Plant a Garden ephemera kit. Little piece of wallpaper for a journaling card. Done some stamping. This is that page with Ethel, the secret to having it all is believing you already do. And I turned that into a little journal card for this journal. This is a tuck spot that Joanne made, and I put in a little coloring page. More little vintage chicken book page images. Done some leaf stitching on that cardstock. This was from that Chicken Book 2 Hybrid Poultry. Pocket. This is from the Scrapologist from Cindy, and it's like a little file folder type card, but I made a pocket. And then one of the journal cards and a little typewriter tag that I made. Some washi, and then this is what's growing here, and that's from my Plant a Garden kit. More Tim Holtz washi. Some stamping. A little text spot, and this is from a bird book. Here's the fussy cut floral image that is stitched and glued on there. I thought that was really pretty. A negative butterfly punch out. This is a little family register tag, and this is from Vintage by Me. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the Etsy shop. I backed it with music paper, and it says names, births, deaths, marriages. This is from Joanne. A little pocket with a little flip up there with a gold leaf on it. That's from my yellow floral kit. And I really like this. So there's a fabric pocket, and then this is a guinea feather from our guineas. And then this is a clock ephemera, and I stitched on the time 10 o'clock. I just thought it was cute to actually like stitch on the hands. Little layering, a little apple paper clip, and that is that one. So the fourth one looks like this. There's cardstock, one of the journal cards, a stamp, a guinea feather, and then a little flower, button flower I made. Little pocket in the front, more little rooster and chicken paper, little journal card, paper ribbon, and this wooden button says handmade with love. Little washi and stenciling. This is a vintage playing card from Above Par Crafts. I stitched on a little label just to add some texture. A little cute baggie that has stuffed with ephemera from some of my ephemera packs. They're like gardening and floral themed. This says established. They could write a year. That has to do with the family if they would like to. A little bit of collage here. Look at those cute little chicks wearing hats. Thought that was a cute stamp. Joanne made this. I just did some stitching, and you can tuck in papers and it'll kind of hold it down. It's a tuck spot. A little fabric flip up. This envelope flap is glued down. I decorate it with some chicks from the kit, and then it says a look in her eyes. And then this is a double-sided journal page from the kit. They can collage, journal on it, whatever they wish. A little fabric tab, perpetual calendar. I ripped and inked the edge on this one. A little paper tab, and that's that one. And there's one left. This one actually says Ethel's Farm. It has some green hand-dyed paper that I did, a little bit of upholstery, a little bit of a, I don't know if it was a doily or whatever. I got it in some Happy Mail. A little old button, journal card, and some stitching. So there's this kind of like sun rays paper in the back, a little stamped cardstock pocket, has one of the journal cards from the kit, and a little flip up, flip down. Some stamping. There's a bag from Above Par Crafts. There's that journal card, and then these cute little vintage chickens. You pull that up, and it's a tab for a journal card. And then there's a couple pieces of writing, coffee dyed paper. Cute little dress cutout. And then this flips up. There's a little wallpaper pocket with a little bit of cardstock for journaling. And this says, "You have love you to the stars," and back. And then this journal page, part of a journal page here, is glued on. There it says beautiful, and then it opens up here for more journaling. Little wooden button, little tab. It says always happy fun times. Little booklet glued on there for journaling. There's a month with notes so they can use it for memories or whatever. Coffee dyed paper ribbon, stamping. A little collage of textile. It's wallpaper, fabric, and a little crocheted piece. There's a little tuck spot, and then this is part of one of the pages. I backed it with cardstock. There's one of those little negative butterfly things, but I put in a little piece of cardstock, like that. And that is that one. So these are all heading to Lori Louise as soon as I finish the one other journal she has ordered, and they'll all go out. I hope that you love them, Lori Louise. I really felt privileged working on them, and I really enjoyed it. So I hope all of you got some inspiration from this, and you got to know Ethel just a little bit.